I'm going to call the meeting to order. It's really loud now. It's 6:01. So look. Where am I at?
Here's the
Here it
next.
is. Okay. So Twinsburg Architectural Review Board. It's July 21st, 2022 at 6:01. We'll start with the roll call of all members.
Mrs. Fraser?
Here.
Mr. Glenn? Here. Mr. Markovitz?
Here.
Mr. Midley?
Here.
Mr. Sharma?
Here.
Okay. We have 4 cases on the agenda tonight. Is there anyone here tonight that would like to speak who does not have a case on the agenda? No. Okay, then we'll start with the first case. That is case 220737. It's at 10242 Dayflower Drive. It was rescheduled from the last meeting. You can approach and speak here.
Hello.
Hi.
My name's Josh McKenney. I'm the owner of 10242 Dayflower Drive. My builder was not able to make it in today due to a family emergency, but I'll try to answer everything that I can.
Okay. So it looks like you have a 2-car garage being attached to your existing home.
Yes.
Okay. So we have framing plans that were given to us for this and some rudimentary
That's existing, that's the new.
renderings.
Okay.
The renderings, they're the last 2 pages of the packet. Yeah, we have, I don't know, 8 or so pages of framing plans. We have 1 wall section, and then we have 2 pages that show 2 schematic renderings. So, I don't know if you want to walk us through any of it, or if you want us to start giving some comments.
Just like what I'm trying to do.
Mhm.
We're trying to build a addition off of the back corner of our home. We live on a corner lot, and there's no neighbors in the vicinity. I went through the zoning review board to make sure that all the side setbacks and everything were okay, and there's a approval through them. I worked with the Glenwood Preserve Architectural Review Board, who also approved the project. But we're essentially going to be extending the driveway to the side of the home to be able to enter that garage door, because there's not another way for us to put a garage addition onto our home.
Mm-hmm.
Are you keeping your existing garage? Is that, you're keeping that, right?
Yeah, it would stay. The majority of the building wouldn't be used for vehicle storage.
So you're going to have 2 garages then?
Yeah.
Two
separate
garages.
doors.
Okay.
Yeah. It would be mainly used for a workshop for projects that I work on, and some storage and other things, but it would probably store 1 vehicle.
Okay.
It's about
Okay.
2-car garage?
You probably could, yeah, I'm sure you could fit 2 cars, but I was only going to use it for 1 vehicle storage.
Being 36 feet wide, a standard 2-car garage is 20. So you're more like a 3-car garage, even though you can only access, even though you're putting a door on for a 2-car to fit,
Right.
a 16-foot door.
Yeah.
This would actually be a 3-car garage.
Right.
And being 36 feet deep, a standard garage, like I said, is only 20 deep. You're really more like a 4-car for square footage, but you could only fit 3 in.
Right. If it,
Actually, you could probably fit 4.5 cars in this.
yeah, if the goal was
Right.
vehicle storage, but for the most
Right.
part, it'll be used for a workshop.
Yeah, it's very large. Does it connect to the house?
Yes, it will.
Okay, there is no connection internally connecting to the house? There's no, we don't have a floor plan as of yet.
Okay.
We have a site plan shown that just shows your overall dimensions and your setbacks, but we don't actually have a floor plan.
Okay.
So we'll need a floor plan. that shows connections to the house. You show a 16-foot door on an 18-foot wall, which only gives you a foot on each side, which is very narrow. Usually you have at least 2 feet on each side of the door for the wall to turn before you get into the door frame. So that's going to look really slim. You might consider going with a smaller door,
Okay.
especially if you're not planning to try and park 2 cars side by side in there.
She talking about that?
You have on your image of the house
What's this?
a fireplace on that wall that faces the driveway.
There is, yes.
On your
Deck.
renderings, you show the fireplace being cut back approximately 4 feet. Are you planning to reduce the size of your fireplace?
I haven't seen the rendering, so I don't
Okay.
know.
Like it would be starting
That
here.
wasn't a conversation that we had, so that
Okay,
would be
right.
news to me.
Garage.
With the existing
perspective's
fireplace
off.
remaining in place, that would further reduce your wall length. So that needs to be considered, addressed. And once you do floor plans, that'll start showing up really easily.
Okay.
When you start putting the measurements on and seeing how much space you have for your door. You have 2 windows on the right side elevation. That's nice to see. We'd want those to be the same size as windows that are on the house.
Right.
Same
Mhm.
proportion, same size. But we don't know, we didn't get any elevations of the house either, so I don't know what dimensions you have. Your section, your wall section shows that you have exposed concrete, 8 inches. And in this neighborhood, I believe it's all brick to grade, so we shouldn't see any exposed concrete. You'll need to,
I had
A lot of that
expressed to them before that it needed to be that brick like the rest of the houses.
Okay.
The plan that I had expressed was that everything needed to match the existing home.
okay.
And Glenwood Preserve Architectural Review Board let us know that as well at that time.
Okay. So, right, that'll need to be addressed. You'll just need to put brick in there. So whether you continue your concrete up or if you have brick and block behind it before you start your framing above that. Also, your house has at least a 2-foot return on the side. It may be slightly larger because it met the garage framing. Where your brick turns on the side here before you reach your garage door. So if you're putting brick on the face of the addition, which would look nice, you'd want to return the side too. That way you don't see the thinness of the brick, assuming it's I don't know if it's a standard brick or if it's a brick veneer or.
To my knowledge, it's a standard brick.
Okay, so then you would only see one width when you turn the corner. So we like to usually wrap it by 2 feet, and that way it gives massing of brick. It makes it look like it's a solid, thick brick wall. And because you have that on the front face, you'd want to do it on the side, or it'll quickly look like an addition. So you want to do that. You probably want to show if you're having lighting sconces, like you have on the side near the other garage door. If you're putting lighting on these, it helps dress it up a bit. Yeah, we talked about the access. The rear wall is blank currently, and because you are a corner lot, and I know that there's no one behind you yet, but I believe that stub street is put in with the intent to connect to future development. That concerns me about having a blank wall, because in the future, if that's a through street, that would be the face of the wall that people are approaching. So I'd want to see a window or some sort of feature on that back. You can do plantings, but you never know, because you may sell the house, the next people may come in, take out all the plantings, and now we've got a blank wall facing a street that, is behind a garage, and that's where people store things, and so we try to avoid blank walls where we can. Does anyone else have comments?
No, I understand what he's doing now.
Yeah. And then your roof on the back, I have a concern for water. Where is it? I think you can see it on one of the elevations, the renderings. The second to last page, rendering 2, you can kind of see the way you have 2 roofs pitching down, making a corner on your wall of your existing house. And then you have another wall that comes in, and you're making kind of a pocket where all the water is going to go into that. And so I have a little bit of a concern with how that is going to work. And so I think, once again, dimensioned elevations that show, especially in that corner, what you're doing with the water would be good. Otherwise, that could be a real issue.
Yeah, it's a saddle. It doesn't always come out on a drawing as it does when you're building it.
Yeah, you'd probably build a saddle on the back of that to send it back, and then you'd have to figure out where your water is going because now you're on top of your deck. Are you replacing your existing deck?
The majority of the deck will be gone. There's 3 sections of the deck. There's like a top section that the door actually has access to.
Mm-hmm.
The section on the right would be replaced by the garage, and the lower section would be replaced by the garage, and a patio would be where the garage is not. It would be the other part of the lower section.
So you'll be removing all the existing and putting in a new patio?
Not the uppermost section that is close to the house where the door access is would stay, but the majority of the deck would be gone.
Okay.
How many square feet is your existing home?
2,500, somewhere in that ballpark.
Will this garage, what's our roof pitch? Let's see here.
They didn't write it in.
So, section.
What's their-
We don't, because we don't have elevations, I don't know how the roof pitch
Yeah, it looks
compares
like
to your
a
existing
4
house. If possible, we try to get them to match, just because it helps,
Yeah, I don't have it on there.
you know, things look continuous. I don't know what your roof pitches are on here, but it's big enough that it could almost have a second story over it, depending how that works out. Or at least attic trusses, and you could have a center area, and then you might want a window on it.
I had communicated to the builder for attic trusses.
Okay.
If they're in the drawings or not, I do not know.
It shows a small attic truss, but I don't have heights and I don't have pitches, so I don't
That's
know.
good.
But it could be something to consider would be to have a small window up there if you're planning to use the
that's-
second floor at all. But being 36 feet, I mean, that's, so I think we should look at what the roof pitches are too.
But this is just probably not just for
They don't even say what that is.
I got this from the trust company with all the details.
My concern is this garage is gonna be like a huge garage.
It's gonna be very big,
So
right?
that's
The actual house is 2748
Yeah.
square feet.
Stuff you're looking just at the drawing, it's like a 4 or 5 pitch.
Right. You went to the homeowners association.
Yeah,
Right.
Glenwood Preserve
Same
Homeowners
pitch as
Association, Architectural
Yeah, this
Review
is
Board
it.
approved the
Oh, yeah, you know
addition.
what?
Correct.
Yeah, that's more like a
Right.
gate there, isn't it?
I mean, I think that it would be a nice addition on the house if it's done right. And I just worry about your roof lines, roof pitches. And then we need to see, you know, that you have trim around your windows to match the existing house or nicer, you know, to dress it up, you know, match the front of the house if it's a front face. And because you're on a corner, you kind of have two fronts.
Right.
So we need to just make sure that it has nice presence. And I mean, I think that it's an approvable sort of project, but we need better drawings in order to be able to, you know, show that we considered it properly. So,
Okay. So, details, elevations, roof pitches,
Yeah.
all the notes that you described. I'll give that feedback back and have them resubmit more drawings or more information.
Windows on the back wall.
Windows on the back wall. Yep.
Yeah.
I'll get that information over to your contact then.
Okay. Thank you.
So I know we went over a lot of notes. Do we need to reiterate them, or will you have the
I
recording?
have a good
for-
amount, and I'll go through the recording
Okay.
and make sure.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right.
So,
I think overall it's a nice project, though.
Mhm.
The space, yeah.
no, and it's nice that you have a property that you can do an addition like this on and still be able to stay in your house and have what you need, so, yeah.
Do you have any questions?
No questions. Thank you.
Okay, we'll make a motion, I'll make a motion to revise and resubmit the drawings.
I'll second.
Okay, call for a vote?
Mrs. Fraser,
Yes.
Mr. Sharma?
Yes.
Mr. Gillian?
Yes.
Mr. Markovitz?
Yes.
Mr. Midley?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, it's good. It is.
Okey dokey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when they come back again, they should.
Window Nation.
In the past, they used to give us the old ones too. They used to give us the new
Old and
revised,
new.
and give us a copy of the old ones that we'd seen in the past.
I thought they went out of business.
But I don't know.
These companies, some of these companies that come, they have a company
All right.
set up.
So we'll move on to case number 2.
Yeah.
That's case
Yeah.
220740 at 1910 Summit Commerce Park.
Jennifer Sovic, representing Window Nation. We're just asking to put our logo and name on the monument sign that's out front. It's currently Sturts, and we just moved in last month.
Is that with the factory too? Is that where it's at? It's like this is do you have offices too?
We do. So we have a big warehouse, and then we have 6 offices inside
Okay.
the office part of it. So the monument sign is facing Summit Commerce.
Okay.
So
It's
we would
just-
just, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
We would just remove the Sturts lettering and put up the Window Nation with the logo.
And it's single side, it's just one side you're working with.
Just one side, yes.
Okay. The other side is just
It
the
faces the
split face block.
building.
Yeah, and it's
Right.
just to be split face block,
Yes.
the bare block, okay.
Any other questions? I'll make a motion to approve case number 220740 as submitted. May I have a second? A second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Sharma?
Yes.
Mr. Gillian?
Yes.
Mr. Markovitz?
Yes.
Mr. Midley?
Yes.
Mrs. Frazier?
Yes. Okay, you approved.
Thank you. Does that get sent over to Fast Signs or?
Yeah, I'll get it on the board.
Great, thank you so much.
So next we have case 220741. It's at 9928 Dale Drive, Canterbury signage.
Yeah.
Yes, hello. My name is Amy. I'm from Ellett Sign, covering for Tom this evening. And he has a direct replacement post and panel style sign with masonry columns. The primary need for replacement of these columns is that they're cracking. We have some photos, and
It's a good
if he
reason.
didn't already share those. We're going to be replacing the sign same size. It's non-illuminated, approximately 54.5 inches high by 90 inches wide. Here's proof of the colors. Canterbury.
Okay.
And the brick columns will go in approximately the same location, moving right or left to adjust for virgin ground. He'll reuse the capstones, but the masonry will be new. It will match components on the building, same as what's there, only we're going to fortify it with steel internal structure so it doesn't happen again.
So I noticed the front of it. What's on the back side of the signage?
So it is single-faced, so it would just be
blank.
blue.
Okay.
Correct.
You said the brick was gonna match the building?
Yes.
Brick, okay.
And the copy is 3/4 inch dimensional applied to the flat panel. So the logo and the lettering will be raised copy.
And I noticed you removed the numeral letters from the address this time. See, notice on the other one, you do have it. Are we requiring those, or?
The street address, we've been putting, yeah, street address on. It could go on the
Is that
brick,
what that is?
if you wanted to run an
Okay.
address down the brick
Okay.
on one side. It could be put onto the sign, although you'd have to probably shrink your logo a bit to get it on the sign.
I think possibly on the brick may work
Yeah, I
best.
think that makes sense. It's a nice
Metallic.
looking sign, yeah,
Or white. And, yeah, on the brick, I'd probably do metallic or white.
yeah.
I think white may be a good, against the dark brick, that may stand out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Orange.
Yeah, 4-inch contrasting colors is a note.
Yeah.
Okay, we can do that.
I'll move to approve this as noted.
I'll second.
The note being the
Second, I'm
addition
sorry.
of the
Address on the bricks, yeah, in white color.
Anything else? Okay, we'll call for a vote.
Mr. Ridley,
Yes.
Mr. Markovitz,
Yes?
Mr. Gillian? Yes. Mr. Sharma,
Yes.
Mrs. Frazier?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, here. Teresa's pizza. I've had that a few times.
And that building that's attached, I wish they did this in metal. This roofing,
Yeah.
it's like a mansard type look.
Mhm.
But you get to see how much that would change. You know?
Yeah.
Okay, our final case this evening is case 220743 at 9783 Ravenna Road.
Hello,
Hi.
Hi.
my name is Jim Freck from Associated Properties. And we're the owners of, I'm the owner of the building, and we're replacing the roof, the shingle part of the roof, and also damaged siding that was on the side.
Okay.
So, are you putting metal on there?
Excuse me.
Is that gonna be on the mansard roof, that part of it, or? Oh, no, no, I'm
that's-
thinking of the section a little bit
Yeah.
further down.
No. It's just it's gonna be a shingle roof.
Okay, all right,
And you're just talking about the section from here on the square over to the music shop, not,
Right, yeah, we just own
Yeah.
that piece.
okay.
okay, yeah, this part.
Yeah, we don't own both sides, yeah.
The part that looks kind of like a mansard over there is
Yeah, I was
not
waiting for
part
them
of
to
it.
replace that one.
Right, we're just like in the middle.
Yeah.
You gonna redo the awnings to match?
Yes.
Shingles will be same color?
Yeah, approximately, there's a picture of the color, it's called hickory.
You had circled hickory.
I think it's a better look.
So it should be a little darker than the existing.
Yeah, it looks a little bit darker, but
Yeah.
it's close as we can get.
Siding.
So it's still in the brown tone,
Right, it's reddish brown, yeah,
but maybe not as orange
Right.
as the existing.
right.
Which color was the metal siding? Because there's a green and a gray. Or were you using both?
On the side,
Well, the metal siding, yeah, you've got in the,
it's gonna be white,
oh, it's going to be white?
yeah, yeah.
Which side?
That's what's up
The
now.
vinyl?
You're
Yeah.
fixing up where it's damaged on the side.
Right, correct, replacing that one side, yeah.
You see on this,
We had wind damage.
Right.
So these colors,
Yeah, it's
Submitted,
it's
don't
just
have
the
anything
type
to
of
do.
shingle, it's not the color.
Okay.
The color's white.
Existing color is white?
Are you replacing the siding on the front face or just the side?
Just the side,
Just the side where it's damaged?
correct,
And you'll be replacing it with the same profile and color as the front?
right, correct,
Okay. So that's more of a repair, not
Right,
a
right.
change?
right.
Okay. And then the rear of the building, you're doing nothing at this time?
Not this contractor, no.
Okay. Also the FIPON arches over the windows, will you be updating those?
we're gonna be paint, we're gonna paint the.
You'll paint
but
them, right? I was
that's
noticing that they
separate.
look like they need
Yeah,
some.
yeah, it
And
needs
so
it.
it's like while you're doing something with vinyl, you might as well catch those.
Yeah,
And the shutters, I don't know if those will be updated or if you're, because then you're getting out of the front face really, but.
Right.
yeah,
I do like the darker shingle though. On that roof.
okay,
Yeah.
good.
And you're keeping the two metal copper roofs down below?
Correct. Yeah, we're not touching that.
Okay,
Just all the shingled parts.
just the shingle parts are being replaced,
Right,
and just the vinyl on the one side that's damaged is
Correct.
being,
correct,
Repaired.
replaced, yeah,
okay.
repaired.
Question?
I'll make a motion to approve it as, I guess, submitted.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Okay. Mr. Pastorius, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Medley?
Yes.
Mr. Sharma?
Yes.
Mr. Gillen?
Yes.
Mr. Markovitz?
Yes.
Mrs. Frazier?
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you.
All right.
You're approved.
Those stairs are all attached. There's like 3 or 4 different pieces there. I'm always waiting for them to change that. What's the metal and the nails there. Like shingle straight, I just think it.
Yeah.
You know, McDonald's work or something, or what it is. But you know how drastically it changed that building?
Yeah. Oh, no.
I know, I was hoping that there would be more
That's what I-
material changes, and that's why I brought this, looking at what they should do or something, but it's mostly just a replacement.
Yeah.
As far as the shingles on that roof go, it's up high.
Yeah.
I think it's.
I like it being even darker on that building. I should ask them to go a notch up. A little more up.
Yeah. It looks like they could use some work on the back of it too.
Yeah, I got this somewhere.
Okay, we have the meeting minutes from July 7th. They were emailed to us. I had one comment. Case number 220939, 2000 Highland Road, the Verizon signage. It said that they would be taking Verizon out and everything else was staying the same. Address will remain on the monument sign. They were replacing the word Verizon with the address. So it wasn't just taking off the word Verizon. They were taking off Verizon and then replacing it with the address, which we approved as submitted. So I just wanted to clarify that.
I'll make a motion to approve.
If there's no other comments, yeah, that's fine.
With that do you have a second? I'll second.
I'll say.
Let's have some vote.
Call for a vote?
Mr. Sharma?
Yes.
Mr. Gillen?
Yes.
Mr. Markovitz?
Yes.
Mr. Midley?
Yes.
Mrs. Frazier?
Yes. Wait till 3 people vote. You don't want to mess things up with the vote. Okay, does anyone else have anything they'd like to discuss during the meeting today?
Not me. No.
Motion to get some food and beers.
You keep making that motion.
I know, nobody wants to second it, so I guess I'm on my own.
Are you treating?
It looks like Bill's treating here.
Good job. I have to be somewhere.
Pass the bat.
Unfortunately.
I'll second Faraj's motion to adjourn.
Tell you what, I'm on a diet right now, so I can't do that.
I'm on a diet too.
Babysitting my grandson who's sitting at our house right now.
Because today, all I was on
We'll do that when we
Call for a
I
vote.
just saw Dave at the gym.
That's only a week
Mr.
away.
Sharma?
But,
Yes.
Mrs. Frazier?
Yes.
Mr. Gillen?
Yes.
Mr. Markovitz?
Yes.
Mr. Midley?
yes. Hard-boiled egg and steak.
Thank you, everybody.
And I'm done.
Yeah.
So that's why.